Today, the shot heard round the galaxy, EVE Online goes to war. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where I'm seriously considering getting a mohawk like Voss from Far Cry 3.
Really? I think you need like the big manly forehead scar to make it work.
Oh, I can do that, but I'll need your help.
How about we do that after the show? GameStop has found an ingenious way to make digital distribution work for its brick-and-mortar stores. The company has been pushing its customers to buy their DLC in-store rather than directly from their consoles at home. This, according to GameStop, allows customers without a credit card or people who don't want to give out their personal information online to make these purchases. GameStop, the place to be for drug dealers, 14-year-olds whose mothers don't know they're playing Call of Duty, and people on the FBI watch list.
Come with me on this journey. On a Wii U console, there is an emulated original Wii. On that virtual Wii is a further virtual console, an emulation of the virtual console from the original Wii. But now, the Wii U itself also has its own top-level virtual console. Are we together so far? On the Wii U, you play Wii U games. On the emulated Wii, you can play Wii games. On that Wii's virtual console, you can play the games you bought on your old Wii's virtual console. You will also be able to play those same retro titles on the Wii U's virtual console, but it costs $1 to $1.50 extra for things like gamepad support. I have enough trouble deciding between playing a game on PS3 or 360, let alone two different virtual consoles on the same physical device. But luckily, the only game available for the Wii U's virtual console right now is Balloon Fight, which you don't want or need on either immaterial console.
Who says Mac and Linux aren't gaming platforms? Half-Life, the original one, is finally available on PC Gaming's sad, forgotten cousins. Why? Why not? For the low, low price of $9.99, you can own the finest game of 1998. So suck it, Windows. I can now play everything I want natively, except Magic Online, Mass Effect, Battlefield 3, most new games. Yeah.
One of the largest conflicts in EVE Online history took place last week, mostly by accident. For some backstory, the two main parties involved were the Honey Badger Coalition, many of whom are members of Reddit's Test Alliance Please Ignore, and the Clusterfuck Coalition, made up heavily of SomethingAwful's Goon Swarm. Far from mortal enemies, they had forged an elaborate trade federation in the space simulator, controlling a total monopoly on technetium, a resource needed to build the game's higher-level ships. But as one could expect, the sides grew bored, because, it's still a video game and some days you just want to blow stuff up. So the Honey Badgers and the Clusterfucks agreed to a sort of Cold War, where infrastructure was off the table, but the other side's ships were fair game to loot. One day, the Clusterfuck Coalition had rallied a fleet to attack a system, and some Honey Badgers happened to be there. Unfortunately, in a misclick that will live in infamy, the Clusterfuck's Titan-class craft and portable warp gate failed to warp the entire fleet into the Asakai system, instead warping in himself, alone. This ruined the element of surprise and meant that the rest of the fleet was slow to arrive and back up their Titan, and by the time they did arrive, the other side had their own reinforcements and everyone was calling for more reinforcements. Here's where it gets really crazy. To avoid lagging out in giant space battles, EVE has implemented a time dilation system where game time slows down in relation to the number of ships in the system. But only in that system, meaning all the reinforcements could get to the system faster, making the time dilation worse. Look at this screenshot. When the space dust settled and the cost to in-game currency had been tallied, an estimated 700 billion ISK in damage had been felt across both sides, mostly by the Clusterfuck Coalition, who lost 3 of those Titan ships. Going by current market exchange rates of real actual dollars to EVE's Plex currency to ISK, that makes it $22,000 in real-world money that was lost in this epic battle. And all because the two sides have become bored of sitting back and controlling the universe's most precious resource. Is this game being studied by sociologists? 'Cause I feel like it should.
Namco Bandai has found itself in trouble for selling too many copies of the special Wizard Edition of Ni no Kuni. Too many as in more than they actually made. The oversight on Namco Bandai's part means that a lot of people paid for but will not actually receive the Wizard Edition, which includes, by the way, a copy of the game, 2 limited edition companion books, a soundtrack CD, art cards, collector's coin, a plush Drippy, and 2 exclusive DLC familiars. While all of this could be solved with an apology and a refund, Namco Bandai have instead been offering its disappointed customers a substitution, a copy of the game, a hardcover strategy guide, some different exclusive DLC, and a $20 Club Namco gift certificate. Guys, that is like promising someone a new iPhone and then changing your mind and giving them an old BlackBerry you had laying around and a $20 gift certificate to Orange Julius. It's not the same.
All right, no more stalling. Let's scar me up.
All right, but you realize you're going to have to do the eyeliner too, right?
What?
Yeah, the smoky eye is part of his appeal.
But...
All right, hold still.
What? No. The scar I can do, but the eyeliner just seems like a lot of work.
Really?
Yeah,
If I still hit you with this?
wouldn't be the same.
You're such a tease. Coming up, former Dark Souls director Hidetaka Miyazaki is sad about moving on, but looking forward to working on something lighter, like a black hole or a pit of endless despair.